folks, we're back, and it's time for some more Donkey Kong Country. So, gotta somehow get Diddy past this part because he struggles with these heavy set enemies, so we've gotta, but you'll see what happens. So it's not, beyond that, this stage is really not too tricky. I'm trying to actually switch partners just to make sure, but I don't know if it's just me or not, but sometimes the select button on Super Nintendo controllers feels kind of wonky, like it doesn't always work like it's programmed to. Select is like the weirdest button. I mean, it just is never really used that much in old 90s and 80s video games. I mean, it was supposed to, like, I know the purpose of the select button was to, hang on, I want to see this part. This is really tricky, you know. So, that was a really tricky part. I'm surprised I got past that, but yeah, the purpose of the select button is when it's on menu and you have to go between like start and options. The select is supposed to do that, but it just was so underused that it just kind of became a worthless button. But I don't know. I mean, that's actually the button that switches between Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. I think it's either that or the A button. It could be both, but yeah, select is just underused. Dead mosquito is still on my wall. I need to get that cleaned up. Got some stuff taken care of today. Actually went out and about, wore a mask while I did it. Had some fun with that. But yeah, so I bought the game Booger Man. So I'm thinking about doing that game. I wanted to kind of do a stream of it, but it might actually show up on the Acid Roots channel. I'm at least gonna screw around with the game just because it's such a funny game. I know with my personality I'd be able to handle it real well, but it's been something that's just eluded me just because the price always goes between like $60 and $85, and I just didn't want to pay that much for it, especially not on Amazon. I'll tell you, in my town in Missouri, there's really no store in any of the proximate stores that are near me that had the game, so the only way I could buy it was off of Amazon. It was kind of had, like I was going to do on my vlog channel, I was going to let's play the game The Mask by Jim Carrey, and, you know, that they made a movie of the game The Mask, but when I got the game in the mail, the game didn't work. It kind of pissed me off. The person who sold me the game didn't really answer, so it's just kind of, well, I don't know if they didn't. It was very convoluted to get back in touch with them, and that happens on Amazon. It's just really cheap. You have to pay money in addition to the money you already paid to send it back to them, and then you know, they didn't refund you. So that's the thing about Amazon. And this is when it comes to buying used games, I would just kind of have to say it's so much easier just to have it at a local store, even though the prices are probably cheaper online, but you can't really return the games online that well. You have to pay money out of your own pocket, which is just kind of stupid, you know. You only have $50, the game costs $50, it's like, well, you can't do it. I don't like perishable things. You can't tell, folks. Something you have to, it's like a game costs $50, but then you have to pay for shipping. It's not so much shipping, but just the additional stuff that tries to get tacked on, you know. The price of something should be a solid thing, you know. I don't remember if I die here. I think I actually do. There's some cheap and tricky shit that winds up happening, yeah. So I just kind of died on the air. I didn't fall to the bottom of the screen like I was supposed to. Weird. This is kind of where I start to lose my patience a little bit. This is kind of I don't know. I mean, sometimes when I lose enough at video games, I do kind of rush through them, but Donkey Kong and Mario in particular are games that when you die, you're supposed to retain your patience that you had the first time. So if you try to rush through it, typically you die because of cheaply placed enemies. Which, you know, it's easy enough to see them. Just get to a stage and die and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is actually one of the tougher stages in the game. It's not the toughest, but it's one that can piss you off between those wheels and just some of the other stuff that happens. Even On Guard doesn't help that much. You'll find that he winds up getting vanquished, much to my chagrin. There's a little secret area here that I didn't know about. It would have been a nice spot for a bonus barrel. I'm surprised they didn't do it. There weren't really water bonus stages in this game. Now I lost On Guard and Diddy. Piece of crap. Lame. AF, man. But yeah, I think Diddy is the faster swimmer between him and Donkey Kong. Obviously, Donkey Kong has a larger hitbox on top of that, so typically I would use Diddy for these kind of stages. Pop my jaw. Just piss me off. Yep, some cheap enemy placements. Yeah, I mean, I gotta hand it to World 5. I wasn't expecting it to be this tough. I mean, I've sailed through this for the most part, but it just is kind of a little bit trickier. And there's this world has 6 stages, which unlike most of them, they only have like 5. But maybe they do have 6. It seems like I'm saving after every stage I beat just to make sure, because I know I only have so many lives. Not doing even one extra stage I have to do a second time is not worth it. So, despite the fact that this is a video game, I mean, the cheapness of the stages, you gotta understand that in this world, the stages are more work than play. They're not actually like, hey, you know, I want to play that stage again. It's like, oh, I want to get through it and beat the game. So, I think, I mean, the fun stages were at the beginning of the game, like Congo Jungle and Vine Valley, and in some cases Monkey Mines. Those are the more fun stages in my opinion. There may be some thrill seekers and daredevils that like these stages more, but I'm not one of them. That was a bonus right up there. I probably should have went for it, but I think I'm only 45% done with this game. That's still further than my other files, so I did a little bit more in this than I did the other ones. I really think this would probably be like a 20 episode LP or something if I were to actually try to get all the exits and stuff. Bonuses. At least you don't have to win them. You have to win them in Donkey Kong Country 2. This is nothing a semi-pro like myself can handle. Some strain, of course, but it's within my skill set. Once again, we're gonna save. So I'll tell you, an album that I really have been listening to, and I'm finding more and more that has kind of grown on me, is actually an album by Twisted, you know, of ICP lore. You know, I like their album Freak Show. It's a really good one. I mean, songs like People Are Strange and Bags and Fall Apart, those are some. I just like the creepiness of it. And I even like the intro that's on there. It's some good stuff. I mean, I wasn't expecting. I had listened to it like 4 or 5 years ago, but I really started listening to it within like the past 3 months, and it's crazy. It's good stuff there. So, nice little album for fans of music who also like Donkey Kong, you know. I hate this stage. I mean, it pisses me off. They try some crap. They try to finesse you in this, just with the placement between the barrels, and Manky Kong shows up in this stage. The guy that throws the barrels, he's a little asshole. It's just a bunch of stuff. Even those guys, it's implying that you don't want to be Diddy, possibly. I'm trying to actually switch. But it's probably a good idea once you see those guys to switch to Donkey Kong. I'm just trying to think of whatever else there is. I kind of wish that this was like an arcade game. I would totally play this at an arcade. This would be messing with it. This would probably be a stage in the arcade game, and it'd be one you typically die in. I don't know what it is. I mean, arcade games just always piss you off. Like Final Fight, I could never beat that game. Even with a friend going along with me, I probably couldn't beat that game. Street Fighter is okay until you get to like Blanca or Zangief when he's being a pissant, a titmouse and shit, and and Bison, of course, and maybe Zagged. But just some of those arcade games, those are just made to incite you, provocate. I don't like it, but this would be a decent game to try. Just to say I'm a fan of arcades, I definitely am, but I'm the guy that can't get past like the second or third stage in them. There's people who could probably play those and beat the whole game in like 25 minutes or something. It's like, nope, don't waste $15 and shit. 20 quarters, 20 plus quarters. Alright, here's where this shit starts getting tough, and this is the crap that I was talking about, just as far as like the cheapness. I guess not. There's something that was pissing me off, and it was actually just the falling platforms. If you're actually paying attention to the LP more so than my talking, you can know that in practice this is more of a pain in the ass. The boss isn't really that bad though. Yeah, I'm gonna get to like 50-something%. Isn't that interesting? All the secrets. I mean, if I want to, I can always go back and do some of these, but the experience enough is what it is. Bitches. That just felt like that needed to be thrown out there. Classic 2000s lingo. Fuck bitches, get money. Shit like that. Other ones. Boss is stupid. I saw that it was called Dumb Drum. This is really a dumb, idiotic boss. So it kind of makes it funny. But yeah, this is why I'm Donkey Kong, because these guys are kind of a pain in the rear to do with Diddy. But I said, screw it. It's probably the challenge in is trying to do that. Hey, used to be a 500-pound gorilla. 400. I know DK's over 6 feet. He's gotta be. There's no way he's not. Alright, but alright, so stay tuned for part 9 or so. Subscribe for more fun. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.